Happy Halloween and welcome to Rants and Reviews. Are you ready for the spooky goodness? It's a pretty long episode, so let's get straight into it. What are you currently reading?
I am nearly finished Imposters by Scott Westerfeld. He's the guy who wrote the Uglies series, which is a YA series which came out probably many years ago now.
Yep. I recall reading the first one at least.
Yeah, so I also read the first one and really liked it, but never got around to reading the other two.
I can't remember if I read half the second book or read the whole second book and half of the third book. I don't know. But I read half of something in that series. I read the first book and then I don't remember.
And then
it was a while ago.
Who knows? Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, so it's Imposters is set after the events of the Uglies series. So I was a little bit apprehensive to read it because I hadn't finished the series and I wasn't sure if it was going to overlap too much. But it really hasn't. There are references to the characters in Uglies, but not as many as I was expecting, which is really good. So you don't have to have read the Uglies series to read Imposters, I don't think.
It's good to know.
Yeah, but really enjoying it. It's kind of nice to get back to the kind of what's the genre? Kind of
dystopian.
Yeah, dystopian, but kind of technology heavy.
Yeah.
Kind of story. Yeah, rather than fantasy, which has kind of been what the theme has been recently for me. So yeah, it's good. I'm really enjoying it. Nearly finished, so hoping actually to finish that this week and then on to the next thing.
Did I see on Goodreads that you started that last night?
Did I start it last night? No. So I think I actually started this earlier in the week, maybe 5 or 6 days ago maybe. But I may have updated it for the first time on Goodreads last night. I can't remember.
Yeah, it said you started it and then you were 200 pages in or something. I was like, oh, god damn.
Oh, yeah. That's also kind of likely, though. That's something that I would do. Because I definitely read a good third of it last night. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
What about you?
I finished When in Rome last night, finally.
Yes, I saw that.
It wasn't a great book. And I found out afterwards that it was kind of based on real life kind of events.
Okay.
So it's kind of annoying because I really like her other books. I've read some of the other reviews and people have kind of agreed that it's not her best book. So if you're going to read a Nikki Pellegrino book, don't read that one. Read something else. Read one of her newer ones. They're so much better. The ones that aren't based on real life events of some celebrity who I didn't realise was an actual celebrity. But,
Oh, okay.
It was also set in the 50s, but it didn't sound like it was set in the 50s apart from the fact that none of them had cell phones.
Oh, yeah.
So,
the writing and the language wasn't of the 50s? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's meant to be Italy in the 50s. You didn't really get much of Italy apart from the food, which is one good thing about her books, is it's all about the food.
Yeah.
But one of the main characters was a chef, and he was an Italian chef, and there was a scene where he broke pasta into a boiling water, and I'm like, dude, you're Italian. This is not right.
Yeah.
You should not be using plastic pasta.
No, you shouldn't.
She obviously had got that, she didn't really think about that. Because in the, previous chapter, he'd spent all day boiling these, bones to make a soup, and I'm like, he could spend 20 more minutes to make actual pasta if he's properly Italian and all about that Italian food, but yeah, it was all right. But it took me a while to get through.
Yeah.
In between other books. So I've picked up another one.
Yay.
I picked up the book club book. I picked up About a Boy, which I recently purchased wanting to read, and it conveniently came in as the book club book.
Perfect.
So I was like, yes! Yes! So I'm reading that, and then I'm going to pick up everything else after that, I think. Can't be doing this multiple books at the time at the moment. Too much going on.
Yeah. Too busy.
Too busy. I can't control it. Otherwise, I just don't finish anything. But once my life is back in control, then I will read many things.
Yeah.
Yep.
I haven't read About a Boy, but I've seen the movie.
Yes, I've seen the movie ages ago.
Yeah.
So I kind of remember it.
And didn't they make, like, I feel like there's a TV show as well, but I don't know if it's the same story. Because I haven't seen it, but the cover of, like, the promos or whatever for the TV show look very similar. But that's just me judging something on its cover. So who knows?
Oh, no. Googling it came up with TV series to, like, begin with. But, I didn't realise it was, what's his name? Hugh Grant.
Oh, and About a Boy, the movie. Yeah.
The movie. Because I remember watching it ages ago, but I didn't really remember what happened. But all I remember was the guy and the boy. But I didn't remember it was Hugh Grant. I love Hugh Grant.
Maybe we need to rewatch it.
I can't wait to finish this so I can watch the movie again. I also kind of recognise the kid. Who's the kid? Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah, isn't he now, like, in one of the Marvel movies?
I recognise him. He's from Warm Bodies. What else is he from?
Oh, yeah.
Mad Max. He's an X-Men, apparently, it looks like.
X-Men.
Let me see.
That's what I'm thinking of. Doesn't he play that big, hairy blue guy?
Oh, is he the big, hairy blue guy?
I think so.
Hank/Beast, which I assume is the big furry guy.
Yeah, so a little bit different to About a Boy, but there we go.
Ooh, he's also playing J.R.R. Tolkien in the new Tolkien movie.
What? Okay, quick sidebar. Did I even know that there was going to be a Tolkien movie?
I didn't until I just read it.
I feel like I didn't know that. What?
It's in post-production, so...
Just about his life, does it look like?
Let me see. Tolkien explores the formative years of the orphan author as he finds friendship, love, and blah, 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 blah. Ooh, and Lily Collins is in it. Yeah, I think it's just about his, like, start of his life kind of thing.
Cool. Does it say when it comes out?
No, it doesn't.
All right, so it's probably very early days then.
Yeah, no, it doesn't say. But it's been recorded. It's just post-production. So I expect soon, maybe?
Cool.
But I don't know.
That'll be fun.
Anyway, sidetrack.
Yes.
That is what I'm reading.
Cool, great, awesome.
Did I dream this, or were you reading Nimona last week?
I was.
Oh, yes.
Yes, so I read Nimona and I really liked it.
Yes.
It was so cute. I didn't know what to expect. Because I hadn't really seen much about it other than just seeing it on Goodreads and a couple of people I know who've read it.
I haven't read it in a while, but it's the girl who can turn into a dragon, right?
Yeah, well, she can turn into any animal she wants, or any living creature. So she can, like, imitate people as well.
Oh, yeah, she imitates the fella, isn't she?
Yeah. So she becomes, like, a sidekick to a villain in the city.
Yep. I need to reread that. Oh, that was great.
Oh, yeah, it was so cool. But I really liked how it was super modern, like they had technology and stuff, but all the pictures and the beautiful graphics and stuff were all kind of medieval feeling. Like there was, the village is all kind of thatched roofs and things like that. And it was just such a weird combination of the two. But it was really cool. Yeah.
It was, yep.
All right, spooky themed books.
Yes, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. I feel like I don't actually read very many spooky books.
No.
Like, I'm not a horror lover. Like, movies that are too scary, I just don't bother. Books I can kind of get into if they're creepy, because you can always skim over bits, I feel.
That's cheating.
But, yeah, I know. But I don't think I read that many scary books.
I like horror movies. I like spooky, scary ones, but I don't think I've ever read a horror book. I didn't really think about it. Until we talked about doing this episode, I didn't really think about why I didn't read them.
Yeah.
And the whole I don't really understand how you can be scared by a book. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Especially because if it hasn't become a movie already and you haven't seen the movie makers' renditions of the characters and stuff, what you imagine them to be could be anything. Like, your mind will make it a lot less scary if you need it to.
If they're saying, oh, there's a creepy sound coming from the closet, you know, like the standard scary stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't sound like it would be scary if you read it.
Yes. Yeah.
Instead of, like, literally hearing that spooky sound and sitting in a darkened theatre and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I want to read one now.
Yeah.
And I've been looking, like, because I know Stephen King's a pretty good horror writer person, so I kind of want to read one of his, but I know they're pretty big, so
yeah.
maybe not next book, but
no.
And then there's also Dracula and Frankenstein, which I didn't realize were actually like horrors.
Okay.
But apparently they are.
But I guess maybe because they're classics, they're more, I don't know, like less scary.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They have a spooky monster in them that makes them a horror kind of thing.
Or maybe because we're so used to them now and like adaptations and retellings and things that it's just like, oh yeah, Dracula. Whatever.
Yeah, Dracula. He's just a vampire, like what is he like? Edward Cullen? Sparkly.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So I have both of those, so I may try that, but that's probably not the best first horror to do is a classic, because I'll probably struggle through it.
Yeah, I have both of them as well, but I haven't read them.
Yeah, so I googled top 10 horrors, and under one of them was Coraline, which I didn't realize was a proper like horror.
Oh, okay. So in my list of like a couple of books that I have read, Coraline is up there.
Is it? Is it good? Because I know I've watched the movie ages ago.
Yeah, I think I don't remember much of the book because I've seen the movie like quite a few times after I've read it. But I remember when the movie came out on DVD or something, my sister and I watched it together in like our dark bedroom, and as soon as it finished we were like, well, we've still got like a couple of hours before we have to go to bed, let's just watch it again. But I remember like the movie being like quite freaky, but even though it's kind of a kids movie, but it's not, I don't know. Yeah,
because that's the thing that I got confused about, because it's like a kids movie, and I remember watching it. It didn't really scare me. I feel like, if I remember correctly, I kind of got bored of it.
Okay, sure.
It was kind of like boring, so I kind of like did something else while I was watching it, kind of thing. So maybe I need to rewatch it. Maybe I need to read it.
Yeah. Maybe it was like less scary because it's animated. Like, I feel if it were actual real life humans, then it would be a lot scarier. Yeah. Like button eyes and things, just like, nope.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Because the button eye thing would look creepier on like an actual human.
Yeah.
But some of the stuff you can do with animation, like all the creepy thing, which...
Yes.
Will not translate well on audio right there.
No, it doesn't. But that's okay.
You know what I mean? The creepy, spooky thing that they can like... I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
You can alter...
There's just something about it.
They can alter like the visuals and stuff to make it a bit more scarier, and they can like be creepy and all the shit. I don't know. Yep. Yeah.
There's something about it.
Yeah. Like, you can do a lot of things with like animated stuff rather than humans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So I think my plan is to read it because I want to watch the new movie.
Yeah.
So I haven't got around to watching that yet.
I will never go anywhere near that movie. Okay, actually, having said that, my friends forced me to watch like the original movie adaptation because there's an older one.
Yeah.
And that's possibly the day that my fear of clowns started. So that's never happening again.
Yeah. I feel like everybody's scared of clowns, but I don't think I'm scared of clowns yet.
I just don't understand them. Like, what, they're not funny. And why are their feet so big? And, you know, like, what are they hiding in their shoes that their shoes need to be that big? I just don't trust them. Maybe they just have giant
feet. Maybe when you, like, pop on the red nose and become a clown, that your feet just, like,
elongate.
Go giant and,
become, like,
super big.
10 sizes too big.
Yeah, and your car automatically shrinks into this tiny clown car.
Yeah, but somehow you can fit 20 of your clown friends in it.
Yep, because as soon as you step into it, it's like a wizard tent and it's
or a TARDIS.
Gigantic.
Oh, but I would take a wizard tent or a TARDIS over a clown car any day.
Of course. Yes.
My golly. No, don't do clowns. Scary.
I will say, out of all the, like, enlargement charm things, I just want Hermione's bag.
Yes.
After watching it, I'm like, yes! How much stuff could I fit into it? And it's like
it would be
tiny
so
little
good.
bag. I could take so many books around and whatever I wanted, and
yes,
it would just be this tiny bag, and it wouldn't weigh a thing. And
yeah,
yes.
I also love the idea of like the trunk story in is it Madame Moody's trunk?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the trunk that he's in. That's like colossal as well. I feel like if you were like moving your house or something, just shove everything in the trunk.
Yeah.
Pick it up and off you go. Similar concept.
I feel like the only problem with those is like how when Hermione moves something, all the books fell over. It's like, I'm sure it will get so unorganized so quickly.
That's true. It would just literally be a pile of stuff.
Yeah. And like if you're ever trying to find something, I don't understand how they find everything in that bag. Like
I have to do an Accio spell.
Duh.
Yeah.
yeah, that's probably it.
However, she does rummage. I feel like she rummages.
She rummages
at one point.
A lot,
she just shoves her hand in, picks it out.
Whenever she is actually doing anything in the bag, she's always got her arm like Mary Poppins' bag.
Yes.
In there, but I don't know. It's magic.
We
shouldn't question it.
Don't question it.
So yes, because I haven't read any horror books, I thought we could go with the spookiest, weirdest, creepiest, peculiarist books that we've read.
Yes, good.
So, yes, a series of unfortunate events. Slightly creepy. Slightly scary. As a kid, I guess.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
You know, and yeah, let's go with that.
It's definitely, the whole series is like one of my favorite. Probably, I had written down children's series, but no, I think it's probably one of my favorite series, full stop. I don't know, it's just so good, but so bad.
I feel like it's one of the only book series that is so long, like there's 13 of them, but I've also read like, I think I've worked out, I've read 11 out of 13 of them.
Oh, okay, so you haven't even finished?
No, I thought I had, but reading back on my reviews, it seems that I haven't read 11 and 12.
Or 13?
I have read 13 because I own 13.
Random, okay.
But I don't remember what happened in 13. I just, no, I've read it because I have it, and yeah. So I feel like when I got to 10, because I was borrowing them off my primary school friend, I kind of graduated and went to high school.
Yeah.
And they went to a different high school.
And so you lost your, like, contact.
And I must have just forgot about it and didn't bother going to, like, the library or anything.
Yeah.
So I haven't read the Grim Grotto, which is 11, and the Penultimate Peril, which is 12.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think, anyway. Looking at the covers, they don't seem familiar.
Okay.
Whereas the rest of them kind of do.
I've definitely read all of them and love all of them. But I think the first maybe, I want to say 8 or 9, I've read more than once. So the last kind of, the last few I've only read once. And so, like, those are the ones that I don't quite remember, like, the stories in them. Especially because it would have been so long ago now that I read them. But every year I'm like, I've got to reread A Series of Unfortunate Events. And because they're all so short, it wouldn't take long.
No, I got them all for my Kindle. So I can go through them all. And I was meant to try and get through a few before this episode, but, you know, life happened. So I haven't.
Yeah.
But because I watched the TV show.
Do you love it?
I will come to that in a second.
Okay.
That means that I kind of am familiar with the story up until book 9, The Carnival, because I've watched that recently, so I kind of remember it.
Yes.
But the first 3 I'm very familiar with because of the movie.
Did you hate that?
Let me come to that in a minute. Because the second book, The Reptile Room, is my favourite out of all 13.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And then The Wide Window and The Austere Academy, so 3 and 5. Kind of 6. The Elevator are kind of like my joint second.
Yeah.
Probably, if I had to pick one, The Wide Window, just because, you know.
Okay,
it's
interesting.
But it's funny you should say those about the movie and the TV show. I don't like the TV show, but I love the movie.
What? Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Oh my gosh. I'm like the complete opposite. 100%.
I mean, obviously the movie is kind of rubbish because it's three books smushed into one, and
yeah,
it kind of slightly doesn't make sense, but I also really love it because it's just great, and it's Jim Carrey.
That's
and
true.
In my opinion, he is way better than Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh no.
I didn't like him.
Neil Patrick Harris? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no. I just thought he was just over the top, which I know Count Olaf is meant to be over the top, but like he felt like I could just see him acting it.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So I just he didn't do a great job for me.
Okay.
But I accept that other people might like him and prefer the other ones over the other one, but just in my opinion, the TV show kind of just dragged out for me. It kind of was a bit boring.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there were 2 episodes per book, wasn't there?
Yes.
So like 2 episodes are about 40 minutes longish.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
so it's
a
like
movie
a feature
per book.
film. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah, I just felt like they were too long. I feel like maybe if there were just like an episode per book, it might have been better.
Yeah. See, I think that's probably why I like them, because they're longer, and I feel like when I watched the movie, I didn't realize that they were jamming 3 books into one movie. And so I felt like it was kind of rushed through a bit because you couldn't go into more of the details of the book. I mean, having said all of this, I've only seen the movie once, and I watched it a long time ago. Yeah. Like whenever it came out. So I think at the time I probably enjoyed it, but I didn't love it, and so therefore I've never watched it again. That's probably what happened. But yeah, I really enjoy the TV show. I think also with the TV show, I love Patrick Warburton, whatever his name is, the narrator. And I kind of love how Lemony Snicket is involved, like the character of the author is involved in the storytelling, which for me, one of my favorite things about the book series is all those like long introductions to chapters about things that don't seem connected to the story, but actually they are, and the language and how it's written. And I love all of that. It's one of my favorite things about books. So when they put that into the TV show, I was like, yes, there's a little bit of like Lemony Snicket in the show, you know? So I think that's probably one of the main reasons I really like this show.
Yeah. But it's Jude Law in the movie. And I love Jude Law.
Yeah, that's true.
I love his voice. But yeah, if he was like integrated into it, it would have been, But, you know, it's a movie. They couldn't fit it all in.
Yeah.
But, yeah. There were problems with both. And I know after I read my review that was before the TV show and after the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, the movie's all right, but I'm just really excited for the TV show because they put more in.
Yeah.
But I feel like they put too much in.
Okay, yeah.
Which I know is like going back on everything I've ever said about book to movie / TV show things. But yeah, I felt like there could be less in it.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But I do like the integration of the narrator and all those is that in the books?
The what?
Like the
narrator just popping in and telling you stuff?
Oh, no, I know that is, but the story with his wife and... Is it his wife?
Yeah, Beatrice?
Yeah, Beatrice and all that kind of stuff.
It is a little bit, but I feel like in the, as I said, I haven't read them for a while, but I feel like in the TV show, it seems that you kind of get that information a bit faster, I think, than in the books. So I think they've kind of got all the information about, Beatrice and whatever, all the kind of the side stories, and they've kind of smushed them all together and kind of spread them out across the entire show, rather than, because I don't think we hear about a lot of things until book 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe how it goes. I could be wrong.
Yeah, because they definitely don't hear much about their parents' backstory until way into it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Especially until they meet the triplets.
Yes.
They learn more.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Yeah, it has been a while.
Yeah.
I did like the all overlining story though of them through the books. Because while the individual books were kind of slightly repetitive, like they move to a new place, Cat Olaf comes in, they defeat him, they move off to a new place,
they
blah,
run
blah,
away,
blah.
Yeah.
But like the overlining story going through it all, not that I remember what happens in the end.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it was great.
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the whole VFD thing.
Yeah, all those like interweaving threads throughout the story, eh?
Yeah. Is the actual VFD, the one that they actually mean, is that the volunteer fire department one, or is it like an actual thing that's like further on in the book that I can't remember?
Yikes. Pass? I feel like maybe we need to like, or we need to reread all the books and have just one episode just dedicated to the series.
Yeah, volunteer fire department is the actual.
Okay. All right.
Because I know there's many of them, and I can't remember which was the actual VFD.
Yeah, because it changes quite a lot.
Mm-hmm. That's what I did like about the movie, is his eye tattoo thing actually looked like the VFD.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Like the insignia thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas it just looked like an eye in the movie. It was very...
Wait, it looks like VFD in the show or the movie?
No, it looked like VFD in the TV show.
Okay.
But it was just like, you know, a round eye in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote questions down for other things, but not this series. Mm-hmm. Although, who was your favourite character out of the entire thing?
Entire thing. I always just really loved Violet, I think, just because I just loved her inventions and like how she has to tie her hair up to think. And I think I always like that because that's exactly what I do. Like, I can't have hair in my face when I'm trying to write a university essay or I'm, you know, really concentrating on something. So I always loved her. But I also really loved all Count Olaf's henchmen just because they're all really ridiculous, you know? But I can't think of any specific characters that only like show up once or twice.
Yeah. Because I did like Monty in the second one.
Yeah.
He was cool. But I don't know if I liked him just because he was Monty or if I liked him because it's Billy Connolly playing him in the movie.
Sure. Yes. Yeah.
So I'm unsure if it's just that.
Yeah.
Which it might be, I admit. Actors can definitely change my thoughts on people.
Sway your opinions.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I do like Sunny as well.
Yeah.
Even though she like literally can't talk for most of the thing.
And she says really random words.
Yeah. She is sarky as hell.
Yeah, she is.
Even though she can't talk.
I used to, you know, I was talking about the writing before and how I really loved it, how it was it's kind of depressing but lighthearted at the same time, the writing. I used to be able to quote like the entire, like off by heart, the entire chapter intro to like chapter 6 or something of The Vile Village. I just knew the whole thing off by heart, and I don't know why, but I think it's because I read it the first time and just loved it. Yeah. And then I kept reading it and then I knew it off by heart.
It's weird, The Vile Village.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like the first book or anything.
No, it's just chapter. I'm pretty sure it's chapter 6 of The Vile Village. It's one about jumping to conclusions. But yep. So I just knew it. I just knew the whole thing. So, yeah.
It is written in a great way.
Yeah.
It's like how he just randomly talks to himself. Like, he's not writing in the perspective of kids. He's writing like just talking to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Most of the time.
Conversational story.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just like sitting there having a chat with him and he snicket.
Yeah.
Like,
which I would love. That would be awesome.
Especially if he's Jude Law.
Yeah. Bonus. Yeah.
Yes. Like 1 minute he could be Lemony Snicket and the next he could be Dumbledore.
Oh my goodness, the perfect person.
Ugh. Yes. Why we have already discussed 2 of my favourite English people, which is Hugh Grant and Jude Law.
Yes. What an episode, I tell you.
I know. We're only how many minutes in? Oh, my phone. 30 minutes in. Oh, we should probably start on the next book.
Probably.
But before then, are you dressing up for Halloween?
So, I don't have any plans at the moment, but that could definitely change. Things tend to happen like, what's the word? Like spontaneously.
Spontaneous, yeah.
That's the word I want. Yeah. So, but like growing up, we never dressed up for Halloween or anything. But then, kind of in university, we used to have Halloween parties quite a bit, and my best costume was definitely a creepy rag doll, and it was awesome. Yeah, definitely proud of that costume. Yeah, what about you?
I do plan. Well, we've been invited to a Halloween party, but it's the Saturday of whenever Halloween is. It's like that Saturday. But then we fly out to Sydney on the Monday.
Yes.
So we don't know if we're going or not.
Okay.
But if we are, I am either going as a creepy skeleton that I've reused a couple of times, or we are going to go as Rick and Morty, which we planned to do last.
Gosh.
We planned it all last year, and then we couldn't end up going. We didn't go to the party for some reason. Something happened, but we have all the costumes.
That is awesome. You should do that.
Yes, like I have my Morty costume prepared. I don't know what I'm going to do with my hair to become a guy.
Yeah,
And I was going to get a little pirate's patch so I can be even Morty.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit more recognizable.
Yeah, sure.
Just wearing a yellow t-shirt and jeans. But yeah, and we have to get Brad his
jacket?
Scientist coat thing.
Yes.
Because we didn't get around to get that last year because, we didn't end up going. So we didn't get that. But probably that if I can convince him.
Cool. You should definitely do that.
Which is exciting. And I have, I'm just so excited. I love Halloween parties. I just love dressing up.
I love dressing up so much.
But no one likes dressing up. So we never go to like dressing up parties, like costume parties.
Yes. Yeah.
But the only thing is like Halloween. So I like to go all out. But sometimes people don't like just random costumes. Like you've got to be scary. So that's why I got my skeleton on the back burner. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, during like university, we used to have so many dress up parties, like costume parties. We had like Halloween parties, and then my friend had like her 21st, and that was a dress up party. We had like a heroes and villains dress up party, a Disney party. Then we had when Avatar, the movie, came out on DVD. All of us had gone to see it. My like university friends had gone to see it the movie. So when it came out on DVD, we're like, great, we'll watch it again. So one of us will buy it, we'll watch it. So we had a blue party where everybody dressed up in blue. We all came around and we all watched the movie together. But like all our food was blue and our drink was blue. But it was just like a normal Saturday, Like it wasn't anything major. But it was so much fun. I wish I went to more costume parties. Yeah.
Same. I wish people that I knew liked it. I feel like the best costume I've ever done that I remember recently, like last 5 years or so, was for our Mexican housewarming party. I dressed up as a piñata.
Oh my goodness.
Like
How did you do that?
I got the crepe paper the streamers, and I just cut into each one of them.
Oh yeah, to make it kind of like a frill.
Yeah, the frill, and then I just taped it to my costume. Like I just did like a basic dress and just taped it all over them, and then I made like my little ears.
Oh my gosh!
And then crepe papered all of those, and it was great. And if you scroll back on my Facebook page, you'll see it. Like it's one of my profile photos, but I really like that. I even went to like the degree of like painting my nails to like the little frills.
Oh my gosh.
And it was so great. I really like being piñata. It lasted about an hour before it started falling off, but by the end of the night I still had my ears.
Yes. Oh cool.
And some bits on my dress.
Yeah.
But
that sounds awesome.
I think that was my favorite costume.
Yeah.
I've been like witches and stuff in the past as well.
Yeah.
And when my friend had a birthday party and you had to come dressed as S. I came as a Slytherin.
Sophie the Slytherin.
Yep. I was like, I don't want to be Harry Potter related. What can I be?
Yeah.
I will be a Slytherin.
Slytherin. That's not technically Harry.
Nope. It's not technically a person, really.
No, that's true.
So cool. I just used my old uniform that I had from my old school which was like a green shirt.
Oh my goodness,
and we had a tie
perfect.
and blazer and everything.
Ugh.
It was great. And I got a wand.
Yes.
Because, you know.
See, I'm always reluctant to throw out pieces of clothing if I know that that'll be a great costume addition later on in my life.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I still have that uniform somewhere.
You should probably keep it.
House.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got rid of my uniform from my high school, but my English high school was cool because it was like a proper, like, you know, blazer tie thing.
Yeah.
So I've kept that.
Good.
And it has come in useful.
Yes, good.
What's your thoughts on Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children?
So I read this about 2 years ago, and I really enjoyed it, but I wonder if I mostly enjoyed it for the photos that are scattered throughout the book. I just really love the concept of... So Ransom Riggs is a collector of old photographs that are weird in some way, and he's put them all together and created this series out of them for those listeners who aren't aware. But the photos are super creepy and super weird, and
I just love that they're like
actual photos,
old photographs
that
have been like slightly retouched.
Exactly. And it, like, I'm just so like curious about how they came to be. You know, so I think it's such an awesome way to merge actual real life peculiarities into this really crazy story about peculiars. So I really enjoyed it.
I did too, although I have not read any of the others.
Me either.
I don't think I liked the ending. I think that was the reason why I didn't really look into reading any of the others.
Okay.
I liked the whole story and the whole idea of the peculiar children or their peculiar oh my god, peculiar turns out I can't say that word.
Peculiar?
Peculiarities.
Okay, sure.
Peculiarities. I liked all the different traits of their peculiar traits things.
Yes, yeah.
Yep, let's go with that.
Perfect.
But I don't think I enjoyed the ending.
Okay.
Or where it was going to go after that, so I didn't really go into others.
Sure.
But I probably will at some point. Maybe. We'll see.
Have you read the novella, the short story collection, The Tales of the Peculiar?
Yes.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. I liked I guess it's just the thing with short stories. I just liked that it was like, you could read one a night and it was a new thing. And it was all different people.
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff. Which is the same with every short story book, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, totally.
You didn't have to commit.
Yeah, you're not that invested in each character.
Yeah. Which, I don't remember many of the characters in the actual book.
Yeah.
Apart from, like, the main ones. But, have you seen the movie?
Yes, I have.
So, you would have noticed that they swapped two characters, weirdly, for no reason at all.
Did they? Which ones?
Yes. They swapped Emma and Olive, the fire girl and the flying girl.
Oh my goodness.
Because in the book, Emma is his buddy. Emma is his buddy, who's the fire girl.
Yeah.
And then in the movie, I think she's also called Emma, but she's the flying girl. And then Olive is Olive was the flying girl, and they swapped her over.
You're so right.
It didn't really seem like there was any point for it.
No. That's true.
Yeah. Like,
I feel like because there was such a big gap between me reading the book and watching the movie that I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
So well done,
I feel like
makers,
I read it
but
soon before the movie.
Okay.
One of those, oh my god, the movie's coming out, I better read the book.
Yes, yeah.
kind of thing. So I kind of did notice it.
Huh.
Yeah. So that was weird.
Okay.
But I also, one of my favourite characters was Millard, I think his name is,
yes,
the Invisible Boy.
The Invisible Boy, yes, I liked him too.
Yes, he was so great. He was hilarious. And he basically made it.
Yeah, and I love it how Miss Peregrine makes him wear clothes at the table in the book, you know. So he runs around naked half the time, so he's actually invisible, but not at the table.
I was going to ask, what peculiar trait would you like?
Yeah.
And I think in the Harry Potter one, I said, if I was my superpower, I'd like to be invisible. But I don't think I'd like to be invisible all the time.
No,
like
exactly. Yeah, that was my thing as well. I was like, I would want something that was controllable, that I could switch on and off if I needed to.
But then I was also thinking, because he's naked all the time, this is going to sound a bit slightly dodgy, but because he's invisible, can you feel him?
Oh, yeah.
Like, can you accidentally...
like, accidentally walk into him...
Yeah, and he's like
feel
naked.
skin rather than a jacket, or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess so, because he's invisible. Yeah. He's not there.
Yeah, because he's like still a being. It's like wearing an invisibility
cloak.
Invisibility cloak.
Yeah,
yeah, but he's not wearing a cloak. He's invisible himself. So I don't know. That's the thing I got confused about.
Yeah,
it's like if I'm going to commit to being invisible all the time, I want to know if I'm going to be like.
I need to know all the details.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, does it get cold? I can't remember.
I guess he should get.
Because if you're running around naked in winter...
surely he should get cold.
Heck, even in summer, you're going to get a bit of a chill.
Surely. You're still like a human being. Like... yeah. I don't know. There's so many problems with this. Maybe I won't be invisible.
But if you could turn it off and on, then it would be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. If I can turn it off and on, I would either like to fly or to be invisible.
I always liked the idea of like being able to control in like an external element or something. So like one of the kids, who is it? Like, is it Fiona? And she controls plants. That's cool. I think that's really cool and super useful. Like, yes, I will make these vines get rid of you because I don't like you or whatever, you know?
I just forgot the main thing, the one trait I always say that I always say I want to be invisible, be able to turn invisible, but that's not true. I want to be able to talk to animals.
Yes, that would be awesome.
That is my trait. I'm choosing that. I don't care if I can't turn it off.
Yeah. Like, is it the character of Hugh, I think his name is? And he's got like bees in his stomach or something, which is super weird, but he can control bees, which is super cool. So,
yeah,
definitely the animal talking thing.
Even if I just had to choose like one animal, I would be cool with that.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah.
Imagine you could be like the cool... I was about to say you could be the coolest vet and I'm like, duh, Dr. Dolittle.
Yeah,
they've already done that. Duh. Such an idiot.
Oh my gosh.
Forgot that exists.
Man, Dr. Dolittle.
But, yeah, you could be the coolest vet and you could help so many little animals and if I could turn invisible as well, that'd be awesome.
And I feel like if you could talk to animals and like get them on your side, then you would save so much money on like postage. Like, this is my flock of pigeons who really love flying and they're just going to take my mail around the country. For me.
And if you don't like someone, you could just introduce them to your lion.
Exactly.
Like, hey, lion, this is the person I don't like. Please eat them.
See, and you would have the coolest zoo if you could speak to the animals.
Yes.
Because they would be super friendly and, like, get all up close and personal with people and not eat them.
They'd be super happy as well because you'd know exactly what to do for them. And, yeah, they would just be, like, great performers like Alex in Madagascar.
Yes, I love Madagascar.
I love Madagascar. Totally, you're right, went way off topic.
That's okay.
But really, that was actually, to be honest, as much as I had for that book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked the whole idea of it and the peculiar stuff.
I've just remembered, like, the creepy creatures in there are actually quite scary. Like, the monster things that always come after Jacob, super creepy. Which I've just remembered, even though we're doing a spooky episode.
Well, I knew I put it in this episode for a reason.
Yeah, this is the reason, yeah.
It's spooky and creepy, and that guy who, like, hunts them down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very... I would not want to be in their shoes.
No, I would not. Unless I got the power, and then I might...
And then we'll consider it.
To be honest, I would rather be a regular human than have a power and try not to die.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Possibly. We'll see. If I get offered, we'll see.
If it ever comes up.
Yeah.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
I won't say my answer right now.
Do you have any favourite type of, like, supernatural creatures that you love reading about?
Other than wizards, which technically aren't supernatural, but I'm going to count them as like that. I don't know. Why? The only thing I can think of right now is like vampires. I'm like,
I feel like the vampire phase has definitely come and gone, though. I feel like there was a good couple of years where all the stories that were coming out in YA were vampires.
Yeah. And definitely over my vampire phase. I feel like all I like read about is like fantasy, but I can't think of anything.
Yeah. Because I've read quite a few books with like ghosts in them, or fairies.
Yeah.
So like Holly Black's The Cruel Prince, which came out I think this year or last year, was really cool. I really enjoyed that, and that's about fairies, which are definitely especially like creepy fairies. They can be scary. Like zombies. Okay, so I'm not a big zombie fan, right? I'm just whatever. They are what they are, or they are what they aren't, as the case may be. But have you read The Passage by Justin Cronin?
No.
Oh my
I don't think
life.
I've ever read any books with zombies in them.
Okay. So The Passage by Justin Cronin they're not zombie. They're kind of like this weird combination of zombie vampire things, but they're not, because they're just, I don't even know, and maybe they're not even zombies. Maybe they're just wannabe vampire things, but their social experiments kind of gone wrong. But you kind of don't really know what you're dealing with throughout the entire book. And that's actually, it's creepy. That's probably the creepiest book I've ever read as The Passage, the whole series. So there are 3 books. Yeah, and they're making that into a TV show at the moment. So I don't know if that's going to be terrifying, or if it's going to be like, okay, and I can cope with it, you know? Like, how dark is it going to be?
Yep.
And they're really big books as well, and quite dense. So they're definitely not light-hearted reading material.
I'm trying to think, and I don't really know if I read anything with
zombies or like...
I definitely haven't read anything with zombies in them, but what kind of creatures I've read about?
Yeah, there's also... have you read the Leigh Bardugo's Grisha series? Yeah, I can't remember if you said you had or not.
No, not yet.
So there's like this magical bland bit called the Shadowfold, and there are creepy as creatures in there that kind of reminded me of Dementors, if Dementors were out to eat more than your soul. You know, like they kind of, in my head, from what I can remember, they kind of look similar to Dementors. They're kind of floaty and black or whatever, but way creepier. And I remember thinking, yeah, this is definitely, probably don't go there. Stay away from the Shadowfold. But yeah, so I think just like one-off creepy things.
The only thing I can think of looking at my shelves is Aragon with the dragons.
Yes.
I like dragons.
I like
They're
dragons
cool.
too.
Other than demigods, which, you know.
Yes, which you were all over.
Need to mention in every single episode.
Yes, of course. Otherwise it wouldn't be rants and reviews.
No, it wouldn't.
What am I looking for? I'm looking for something. I will know when I see it. Oh, The Last Name Sarah by Kristen Ciccarelli. I'm not sure how you say her last name. Anyway, that's about dragons, and I really enjoyed that book.
There's also like Terry Brooks's books.
Oh yeah.
Which I've only read a couple of, but they tend to have lots of different creatures in them.
Okay, yeah. I haven't read those books yet.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them. They're kind of like, I didn't want to start the entire thing, and then I got sent one, but it was like, I want to say like book 20-something.
Oh my word.
Like technically it was like the second book in a series, but like, you know, the series continues, and I tried. I still haven't read it.
That's a lot of books.
Yeah, I've read like 2. I still haven't got to it, so I gave up. It probably will be read there sometime.
And then there's like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and they're full of amazing creatures.
And I just read a book, Behind Your Head, and it reminded me of City of Bones series.
Oh yes, also that.
Is that Clockwork Prince and Princess?
Yes, it is.
Or am I reading? Yeah, okay.
No, it is. It's all of them on one shelf. They get their own shelf because there's so many of them now. And the next one in the Lady Midnight series, which is called The Dark Artifices.
Artifices.
Anyway, the next book in that comes out November. I want to say November. Yeah, that's definitely got a lot of different creatures in it.
Maybe I haven't read the whole City of Bones series.
Oh dear.
I feel like maybe I haven't read the last one.
Like the last book in the City of Bones series, or the whole shebang?
No, I haven't started on the rest of them.
Okay, yeah. So have you not read Clockwork Angel or any of those ones?
No.
Okay, those ones are quite cool, and I think I like them better, don't hate me, internet, than the City of Bones series.
Yeah.
I think because it's kind of a little bit steampunk as well.
Yeah, I got that because I read like the first chapter, I think, of the first one.
But you didn't get any further?
No. I don't remember why, but it's on my list.
Okay. Yep.
So, because the last one in the City of Bones is City of Heavenly Fire, is it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the one before that?
City of Lost Souls is number 5.
I felt like I've definitely read City of Lost Souls, but I don't know if I've read Heavenly Fire yet. I probably have.
It's the biggest one of the 6.
Yeah. This was like 2013, I think. 2014, maybe. So I don't really remember.
And then since those 2 series, there's also the Bane Chronicles and the Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy, which are like both big books of short stories, kind of.
Yeah.
And then the new series as well. So.
Yeah. I may finish the Percy Jackson array of books and then maybe come back to it. If I haven't found something new by then, because
It's a possibility. It's a likelihood, really.
Yep. Yeah. Just new books are popping up all the time.
They are.
I don't have time. I just keep staring at the books on my shelf that I really want to read. Like I have Scythe.
Oh,
it's
so good.
I know, and I really want to read it, but I feel like that's going to be my next book after About a Boy, because I have to read out About a Boy, otherwise I'll just forget about it, and then the month will be over, and yeah. So I'm reading that now, and then I think I'm going to read Scythe after this.
Nice. It's really,
and I'm really
good.
excited for it.
Yeah. The second in that series is Thunderhead, and I didn't enjoy it as much, but still really, really good. And he's just got a new book that's come out as well, or is about to come out. Yeah, Dry.
Yeah.
That's called.
Yeah, I remember you discussing that. Was that last time? I don't remember, but...
Yes.
I'm going to try and read his other book first, and then probably Thunderhead after this. And
definitely recommend that book, though. It's really good. And that's Halloween come and gone for another year. We hope you enjoyed listening to us chat about some of the spooky, unfortunate, and peculiar books we've read over the years. If you dressed up for Halloween, feel free to tag us in a photo on Instagram at Rants and Reviews Pod, or flick us a tweet at Rants and Reviews. Until we chat again, happy reading.